That anxious thought that's been circling your mind all day. It's not protecting you, it's attacking you. And there's a guided meditation at the end to help you see this clearly. We all know this feeling. You're going about your day when suddenly a worry hits. What if I said the wrong thing in that meeting? What if they think I'm incompetent? What if everything falls apart? And before you know it, your heart is racing, your shoulders are tight, and you feel completely under siege. Here's what we're going to discover together. When we have attack thoughts, fears about what might go wrong, judgments about others, or anxious worries, we're actually attacking our own sense of safety and strength. The very thoughts we think will protect us by preparing for threats are actually making us feel more vulnerable and afraid. Think about it. Your mind is like a security system that's malfunctioning. Instead of protecting the house, it's triggering false alarms all day long. Every worried thought is another siren going off, convincing you there's danger when the house is actually safe. You can't feel secure when your own alarm system is constantly telling you you're under attack. Let me paint you a picture we all recognize. You're lying in bed at 2 a.m. and that conversation from work keeps replaying. Maybe it was a presentation that didn't go perfectly, or an email that felt terse, or just a look someone gave you in the hallway. Your mind is spinning through every possible worst-case scenario. What if my boss thinks I'm incompetent? What if I get fired? What if I can't find another job? Each fearful thought feels like preparation, like you're getting ready to handle these threats. You're running drills, practicing responses, building your defense. But notice what's actually happening in your body right now. Your heart is racing. Your stomach is tight. Your breathing is shallow. You feel completely powerless. The thoughts you think are protecting you are the very things making you feel attacked. You're lying in a safe bed, in a safe room, but your mind has convinced you that you're in mortal danger. The security system is going haywire, and every new alarm makes you feel more vulnerable, not less. This is the pattern we need to see clearly. We think we're preparing for external threats, but we're actually creating an internal war zone. Here's what's so seductive about this pattern. It feels productive. When we're running through worst-case scenarios, some part of us believes we're doing important work. We're problem-solving. We're being responsible. We're getting ahead of potential disasters. But let's look at what's really happening. Remember that 2 a.m. worry session? How many of those feared outcomes actually materialized? How many times has your boss actually called you incompetent? How many of those imagined confrontations actually occurred? More importantly, when real challenges do arise, does all that midnight worrying actually help you handle them? Or do you find that the actual moment requires something completely different? Presence, flexibility, the ability to respond to what's actually happening rather than what you rehearsed. The mind tricks us into thinking that fear equals preparation, but fear actually clouds our judgment, tenses our body, and narrows our perception. It's like trying to drive while staring at the dashboard warning lights instead of the road. The very act of constantly checking for danger makes us less capable of navigating safely. Here's where everything starts to shift. What if your sense of safety doesn't come from anticipating every possible threat? What if it comes from something much simpler, the recognition that you can handle whatever arises when it actually arises? Think about the times in your life when you've faced real challenges. Not the imagined ones at 2 a.m., but actual difficulties. How did you get through them? It wasn't through all that advanced worrying. It was through something else, a strength that emerged in the moment, a clarity that came when needed, a resilience you didn't know you had. This is what we miss when we're lost in attack thoughts. We're so busy defending against imagined futures that we forget the simple truth. We've handled every single thing life has thrown at us so far. Not through perfect preparation, but through presence. Not through fear, but through responding to what's actually here. Your real security doesn't come from a hyperactive alarm system. It comes from the quiet confidence of knowing you can meet life as it unfolds. But you can't access that confidence when your mind is constantly under attack from its own projections. So here's the moment of recognition that changes everything. Vulnerability is a choice, not a fact. Every time you engage with an attack thought, every time you follow it down the rabbit hole of what if and what then, you're choosing to feel unsafe. You're choosing to activate the alarm system. You're choosing to attack your own peace of mind. This isn't about positive thinking or denial. Real threats exist, and appropriate caution has its place. But there's a world of difference between genuine intuition and fearful projection. Intuition is quiet, clear, and leads to effective action. Fear is loud, chaotic, and leads to paralysis. When you recognize that your fearful thoughts are what's making you feel unsafe, not the situations themselves, you suddenly have power over your experience in a way you never realized before. You can choose not to engage with the attack thought. You can let the alarm bell ring without believing there's an actual fire. This is like discovering that the security system has an off switch. You don't have to live in a state of constant alert. You can choose peace. What would your life look like if you weren't constantly under attack from your own thoughts? Imagine waking up without immediately scanning for problems. Imagine moving through your day with a quiet confidence that you can handle whatever arises. Imagine lying down at night and actually resting, knowing that tomorrow will take care of itself. This isn't fantasy. It's what becomes possible when you stop attacking yourself with fearful projections. The world doesn't become perfect, but your relationship to it transforms. Challenges still arise, but you meet them from a place of strength rather than fear. Difficulties come, but you don't add suffering by imagining 1,000 others. The house is safe. It's always been safe. The danger was never out there. It was in the malfunctioning alarm system that kept telling you otherwise. When you stop believing the false alarms, when you stop attacking your own sense of security with worried thoughts, something beautiful emerges, the simple recognition that you're okay. Right here, right now, in this moment, you're okay. And from that place of okayness, of basic safety, you can meet whatever comes with clarity, creativity, and genuine strength. Not the brittle strength of constant vigilance, but the flexible strength of presence. Not the exhausting strength of trying to control every outcome, but the sustainable strength of trusting your ability to respond. The attack thoughts will still arise, that's what minds do, but you don't have to believe them. You don't have to follow them. You don't have to let them convince you that you're under threat. You can recognize them for what they are. False alarms from a system that's trying to protect you but doesn't know how. Your real protection comes from stillness, from presence, from the quiet place beneath all the mental noise where you've always been safe. That's what we're going to touch in our meditation, that place of natural security that no thought can actually threaten. Because once you know where real safety lives, the attack thoughts lose their power to convince you otherwise. If you'd like more teachings and guided practices like this, you can like the video and subscribe. And now, we'll move into a short guided meditation. Let yourself settle into this moment. Find a position where your body feels supported and comfortable. There's nothing to fix, nothing to prepare for. Just arrive here. Now, let your breath flow naturally, without trying to control it. Notice how your body knows exactly how to breathe without your management. This same intelligence that breathes you can be trusted with everything else too. Bring to mind, very gently, one of those worried thoughts that visits you. Not to analyze it or fight it, but simply to notice it. See it there, like a cloud passing through the sky of your mind. Notice what happens in your body when this thought appears. Perhaps a tightening in your chest. Maybe your shoulders lift slightly. Your jaw might clench. Just notice, without trying to change anything. Now see if you can recognize something. This thought is creating these sensations. The thought itself is generating the feeling of being under threat, not the situation it refers to, but the thought itself. Let that recognition settle in. The alarm system is sounding, but you're safe. Right here, right now, in this moment, you're safe. Feel your body in the chair or on the cushion. Feel the air on your skin. These simple sensations of the present moment. This is what's real right now. Not the worried thoughts, but this simple presence. With each breath, let yourself sink a little deeper into this recognition of safety. Your body can relax because there's no actual danger here. Your mind can quiet because the alarms are false. If worried thoughts arise, that's okay. See them like those malfunctioning alarms, making noise but signaling no real danger. You don't have to make them stop. Just don't believe their urgent message. Rest in the space between thoughts. In the quiet beneath the mental noise. This is your natural state, peaceful, safe, undefended because there's nothing to defend against. Stay here as long as you like. When you're ready, take a deep breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Open your eyes if they've been closed. Carry this recognition with you. The house is safe. You can trust the quiet more than the alarms. We're glad you practiced with us today. If it's helpful, a free digital copy of A Course in Miracles is available via the link in the description. You're also welcome to leave a short comment like, "I am grateful. Thank you for taking this time to see clearly what's been hidden in plain sight." Your worried thoughts aren't protecting you. They're what you need protection from. Be gentle with yourself as old patterns arise. You're learning to trust the quiet strength that's always been there beneath the noise.